Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back students to another one of my videos. So today in this video I'll be talking about writing a paragraph expressing opinions. Okay, so for this lesson you can refer to your textbook on page 56 and 57. Okay, so without further ado, let's check it out. Okay, so these are the objectives of learning this topic. Okay, in writing, there are a lot of different types of essays that you have to know. Okay, one of those types is writing an opinion essay. Okay, what is an opinion essay? Yeah, in an opinion essay, you are allowed to give your view on a certain matter. It means that you are allowed to choose whether to agree with the topic or to disagree with the topic. So it's a matter of choosing whether you think it's right or wrong. Macam tu lah lebih kurang. Okay, so pada pendapat anda, okay, topik yang disebutkan ni baik ataupun tidak, macam tu lah lebih kurang. Okay, when you are presenting your view on the matter on hand, you have to support your stand, okay, whether you agree or disagree. Okay, so bila kita memberikan pendapat kita, okay, kita mesti ada statement ataupun ayat-ayat yang menyokong, okay, yang menyokong kenapa kita bukanlah menyokong, yang menunjukkan bahawa tindakan kita untuk menyokong topik tu adalah betul. Okay, mesti ada supporting idea. Okay, in this matter, it helps you a lot if you have reasons and explanations to support your view. Okay, so bila kita kata contohnya, adakah pelajar patut dibenarkan membawa telefon bimbit ke sekolah? So apa pandangan anda? Okay, sekiranya anda setuju, then you have to, if you agree with the topic that students should be allowed to bring mobile phones to school, then you have to give explanations. Okay, you have to give examples, right? So one of the many ways that you can highlight the reasons behind your view is by listing the advantages and the disadvantages of the matter. So berbalik pada topik bringing phones to school, bringing mobile phones to school tadi, so if you agree with the topic, okay, if you think that students should be allowed to bring mobile phones to school, so what you can do is you highlight the advantages of students having mobile phone to schools. So if kalau kata awak disagree pula, for example, okay, so what you can do is to list out the disadvantages of students bringing mobile phones to school. Okay, advantages and disadvantages are going to be the center of this writing lesson. Okay, so this is going to be what this lesson is about. Okay, to allow you to make sure that you are to make sure that you have the idea. Okay, you know, one of the ways for you to support your opinion, okay, in a opinion essay. Alright, so let's move on.
So what's an ebook? Ebook stands for electronic book, which is a digital version of your manuscript. Ebooks consist of text, images, or both. They can be read on most mobile devices, including smartphones like the iPhone or Android, tablets like an iPad or Surface, and e-readers like a Kindle or Nook. All of these mobile devices can hold hundreds of titles at once. It's like taking a library with you on the go. How do you buy an ebook? You can buy ebooks from thousands of online retailers, including Amazon, iBookstore, and Barnes & Noble. You can also buy ebooks directly from an author's website. Where can I sell my ebook? With BookBaby, you can sell your ebook through major retail outlets like Amazon and Barnes & Noble, in app stores like iBooks and Google Play, and through Bookshop, a free online storefront exclusively for BookBaby authors. What kind of books can be ebooks? Any book can become an ebook, from Sun Tzu's The Art of War to Chris Van Allsburg's Jumanji. And that includes your book too. We can help transform your book into an ebook. Will my ebook look just like my printed book? All of your content will be in your ebook, but it will not look exactly the same. With ebooks, readers can customize their experience by changing the format, like font styles and line spacing. That means ebook content needs to be flexible within readers' preferences and devices. But don't worry, BookBaby has a team of conversion specialists that can handle it all for you. What do I need to get started? Send us your finished Word document or PDF file. We'll convert your book into an ebook compatible file within 6 to 8 business days. Ready to get started? Have other questions? Visit us online at bookbaby.com or call us today.
Okay, the video that you just watched is a short video, a video on ebooks. Okay, so the topic of ebooks is going to be presented, is going to be used, okay, in the discussion afterwards. Okay, dalam contoh situasi ni kita bercakap tentang ebooks lah. Okay, so what you have to do now is to look at these opinions. Okay, awak lihat di sini which of the statements below about ebooks do you agree with most? Okay, so kalau awak tengok kat sini, ini adalah pendapat, ada tiga jenis pendapat berkaitan dengan ebooks. Okay, so the first person says ebooks are green and some are even free. They are the best. Okay, so that is the first opinion. The second one is there will always be the oops, I dropped it problem. No, not for me. Okay, that is the second opinion. Okay, and for the third opinion, okay, what's all the fuss about? Okay, I think they are just a passing fad. Okay, so the third opinion. All of these opinions are not the same. Okay, it brings a different meaning. Okay, because the person who said it has a different view on the matter of ebooks. So which do you think the person agrees with the usage of ebooks? Which one? And which one do you think the person is disagree with the usage of ebooks? So let's check it out. Okay, so as you can see here, these are the three statements. Okay, ebooks are green and some are even free. They are the best. Okay, so what does this person think about ebooks? Okay, and then you also have this there will always be the oops, I dropped it problem. No, not for me. So what do you think that means? Okay, and last one, what's all the fuss about? I think they are just a passing fad. Okay, so tiga-tiga ni pandangannya berbeza. Okay, so which do you think is positive, which one is negative? So take a guess. Okay, I will show you the answer in the next slide. Okay, so here it is. As you can see, the first person, okay, the one that said ebooks are green and some are even free, they are the best. So naturally this particular person supports the usage of ebooks. Okay, because yalah dia cakap benda yang baik-baik je kan. Okay, and as for the second one, okay, as for the second person, there will always be the oops, I dropped it problem tu kan. Okay, so this particular person does not support the usage of ebooks. Okay, so this person disagrees lah, senang cerita. Okay, dia tak bersetuju dengan penggunaan ebooks. Okay, and there's also a third opinion that said what's all the fuss about? Okay, I think they're just passing a fad. Okay, so this this particular person is indifferent. Indifferent means this person doesn't support the usage of ebooks. However, at the same time, this particular person also does not discourage. Okay, dia tak sokong dan dia juga tidak melawan. Okay, dia juga tidak menentang penggunaan ebooks. So awak rasa, okay, you guys think, what do you think if a person supports the usage or the topic? Okay, the person would naturally say nice things about the topic. Okay, for example, like the first person. Okay, if the person does not support the topic, okay, does not support the idea, naturally the person will be focusing on the disadvantage. Okay, but if the person wants to be indifferent, okay, maybe the person feels that the topic cannot be related to himself, to his or herself. Okay, for example, okay, tak boleh dikaitkan. Okay, contohnya kalau saya bercakap tentang perbezaan bersalin secara biasa ataupun secara surgery contohnya. Okay, saya seorang lelaki. Okay, I'm not a mother. Okay, so I wouldn't know which one is better. So maybe I would not be focusing on the advantage or disadvantage, because I want to be neutral. Okay, so this stand normally is being chosen. Okay, biasanya yang memilih untuk jadi neutral ni adalah orang-orang yang menulis karangan akademik. Okay, academic writing. Okay, normally academic writing, the person has a neutral stance on something, unless if the person is writing outright about the advantages or the disadvantages of particular topic lah. Okay, so that is the third opinion, okay, of something. Okay, you are free to choose whichever you want. Okay, so kalau kata awak menyokong, then lebihkan advantage. Okay, kalau awak kata tidak menyokong, then you write more disadvantage. If you want to be neutral, then you can write both with the same amount of numbers. Okay, advantage dengan disadvantage dia sama banyak. So you will become indifferent. Right, so let's move on. Okay, so now you're going to read a piece of an opinion text. Okay, pandangan seseorang. Kalau tadi just a short one, this one is a longer one. Okay, read the writing task below and underline the keywords. Okay, then read the two different opinions expressed in the paragraphs that follow. Which opinion do you agree with? Okay, so at the end of this, you are encouraged to think about whether you choose to use ebooks or are you against ebooks. Okay, so the topic is ebooks are much better than paper books and will eventually replace them. Do you agree? Okay, so that is the topic. Adakah anda bersetuju ebooks adalah lebih baik dari buku biasa dan di penghujungnya akan menggantikan buku biasa? Okay, so kalau setuju, bagi tahu setujulah. If you agree, then you say that you agree and you give all of the advantages. Contohnya macam opinion number 1. Ebooks are becoming more and more popular and there are many reasons for this. Okay, firstly, ebooks are more eco-friendly than paper books. Okay, by having electronic versions of books, we save paper, trees, and indirectly our planet. Besides, ebooks are in many ways more convenient than paper books. For instance, you can store thousands of ebooks in the same space you would need for one paper book. Just think of how convenient that can be for school or when traveling. Furthermore, in addition to online bookshops, many lending libraries also have ebook collections now. Okay, in other words, if you want to buy or borrow a book, You don't have to wait for opening hours or delivery. The way I see it, ebooks are the future and will eventually take the place of paper books. Okay, so that is the first opinion. So now we are going to look at the second opinion. Okay, so this is the second opinion on ebooks. Okay, many people are quick to say that ebooks will soon replace paper books. I, however, am not one of them. It may be true that ebooks have certain advantages over paper books, but paper books are not threatened by them. First of all, we must not forget that paper books are a part of our culture and heritage. Our libraries hold great cultural and historical treasures. Apart from that, there's the reading experience. Book lovers know there is nothing like curling up on the sofa with a good book, feeling the touch of the pages and smelling the paper. That is something ebook cannot provide. Finally, ebooks require expensive ebook readers, which can easily be damaged if you drop them. Also, their batteries need charging regularly, which can be very inconvenient. Personally, I believe that paper books will remain the main form of reading for most people. Okay, so that is the second statement of opinion. So okay, so let's dissect these opinions in our next slide. Okay, so as you could probably guess, okay, the view of the person in opinion 1, okay, this person supports the usage of ebooks. Okay, kan, right? They are because this why did we say that person in opinion 1 is a supporter of ebooks? Okay, there are advantages of ebooks stated by this person. For example, ebooks are more friendly than paper books. Okay, that is one of the advantages given by this person. Okay, and he also goes on to say that ebooks are in many ways more convenient. Okay, and you can store thousands of ebooks in the same place. Another advantage. Okay, online bookshops. Okay, many libraries have ebook collections. Okay, so advantages after advantages after advantages. So this person also did not mention any of the disadvantages of ebooks. So this particular person, the view of this particular person is very clear. Okay, so this particular support the idea of using ebook. Okay, so let's move on to the second opinion. Okay, I'm afraid the same thing cannot be said for the second opinion. Okay, so this person does not support the usage of ebooks. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of disadvantages of ebooks stated by this person. Okay, for example, ebooks require expensive ebook readers, which can easily be damaged if you drop them. Okay, itu satu disadvantage. Ada lagi. Okay, there's a lot of disadvantages here. There's the reading experience. Book lovers know that there is nothing like curling up on the sofa with a good book, feeling the touch of the pages and smelling the paper. Okay, ebooks require expensive ebook readers. Okay, tadi idea tu dah dimasukkan tadi. Their batteries needed charging regularly, which can be very inconvenient. Okay, another disadvantage of ebooks. Okay, so it is clearly stated in this opinion that this particular person disagrees with the usage of ebooks. So so how do we do this? Okay, how can you show your opinion or show your view on the matter by stating advantages and disadvantages? So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so it's very basic. What you have to do to show your opinion in a paragraph, especially. So if you agree with the topic, what you have to do is you introduce the topic. Okay, you just tell it shortly. Tell your readers shortly about the topic. So for example, the topic just now is ebook. So maybe you just say, what is ebook? Ebook is an electronic device that you use to read books, for example. Okay, and then state your stand on the matter. Okay, so you can say like, ebooks, I believe, is going to replace the normal paper books. Okay, there are a lot of advantages, so you proceed with giving out the advantages of ebooks. Okay, there are a lot of advantages of using ebooks. For example, okay, you can store thousands of books. Okay, and you don't have to carry a lot of books with you. Okay, when you want to read, okay, you give all of your all of the advantages to support your stand that you are saying that ebooks are good. Okay, should be supported by everyone. Now, what if you want to disagree? So basically the same thing. The first thing you do is to introduce the topic, and then but instead of writing about advantages, okay, you proceed to write about disadvantages. Okay, tadi sokong, so tulislah advantages. Ni tak menyokong, tulislah disadvantages. Apakah kekurangan ebook? Macam dalam opinion kedua tadi kan. Okay, and then you also give explanation and example. Okay, samalah dua-dua. You have to provide explanation and example, especially for those difficult ideas. Okay, difficult things to understand from just one sentence. Then you have to give just a little bit more explanation to make sure that your reader understand correctly what you are trying to say. Okay, so I don't think this is very difficult for you, so I think you can just do it on your own. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, in stating your advantages and disadvantages, okay, you have to know certain words to connect your this information in the whole paragraph. Okay, you can't simply just write I agree with using ebook. Ebooks are good. Okay, ebooks are light. Okay, ebooks are apa lagi? Ebooks are cheap. Then awak just naraikan. You just list it out in the paragraph. Okay, you can't do it like that. Okay, even though technically grammatically is somewhat correct, but you have to add other words as well. Okay, especially if itu kalau awak suka tulis pendek-pendek. Yang saya tahu student kita ni banyak yang suka tulis panjang-panjang. Okay, so kalau tulis panjang-panjang, if you write too long, then you're going to have to help your readers to detect which part that they have to follow in order for them to get the idea that you are trying to share. Okay, so we use linking words, okay, to help your readers. Okay, so there are linking words that we use to add points. Okay, if for example we are giving out a listing, okay, apa point pertama, point kedua, point ketiga kan. Okay, kalau kita senaraikan dalam bentuk paragraph, then there are words, okay, that we use to in order for the readers to understand which point comes first, okay, which point comes second, third, fourth. Okay, and if you are at the last point, okay, you also have words or phrases that you use. For example, like last but not least. Okay, if you are at the first point, okay, to begin or to start with, for example. Okay, second point you use secondly. So based on the first and second opinion just now, these words are being used by both writers. Okay, writer one and writer two. So what you have to do now is for you to locate these linking words. Okay, so tadi listing, so kalau expressing contrast idea, maksudnya kalau kata awak nak bercakap, mungkin if you want to mention about a contrasting ideas that that does not that is going against your first statement, for example, then there are words that you can use for that. Okay, for example, like on the one hand. Okay, on the other hand, although, but, while. Okay, so itu kalau kata statement ayat yang awak nak tulis seterusnya tu bercanggah ataupun it's the opposite of your first of the previous sentence. Okay, if you want to give example, kalau awak nak bagi contoh, what you have to do is to write for example, okay, such as, okay, if you want to give opinion, then you just say in my opinion, okay, in my view, ataupun from my point of view, for example. Okay, so there are gap parts here. Okay, the answers are in opinion 1 and 2. Okay, you have to look for it. Okay, so if you want to try to do this exercise, then you pause the video now, okay, to give yourself some time to answer the question. Okay, you pause it now because later I will share with you all of the answers from opinion 1 and 2. Okay, so you can pause the video now. Okay, so I hope you have tried to do the exercise on your own, okay, before you look at the answers here. Okay, so for listing or adding points, okay, the linking words that you can use, first of all, okay, so these linking words are only being used if you want to start your list, okay, di permulaan, and then besides normally we use it in the middle, okay, not exactly at the end. Okay, we also have furthermore, apart from that, also, okay, in other words, okay, and for if we want to end the list, then we have to use lastly, okay, last but not least, finally, right? Yeah. For expressing contrasting idea, the word that we are looking for is however. Okay. For giving example, aside from saying for example and such as, you can also say for instance, and finally giving opinion. What phrases that you can say is the way I see it. Okay, and also personally I believe. Aside from in my opinion or in my view or from my point of view. Okay, right, so let's move on. Okay, so that is it for the matter of explaining to you, okay, how to give your opinion and how to share your opinion in the form of giving advantages and disadvantages. So now what you have to do is to do it on your own. Okay, so in this exercise, okay, you have to imagine that the head teacher of your school, okay, has announced that computer classes are now compulsory for all students in primary and secondary schools. Do you think that is a good idea? Okay, make a list of advantages and disadvantages in the table below. Okay, do you think there are more advantages than disadvantages? Okay, so in this situation, what you have to do is you have to imagine that in your school, the teachers are asking all of you, okay, to take a course on computer classes, whether you are in secondary or primary or secondary school. Okay, So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think about this topic? Do you think students from all of the ages should learn, should take computer classes, and or whether they should not take the computer classes? So kalau awak rasa awak menyokong, then you give out the advantages. So apa kelebihan kalau sekiranya student ni mengikuti kelas komputer? So kalau awak tak setuju, then you have to give disadvantages lah. So apa kekurangan dia kalau mengikuti kelas komputer ni? Pada saya, awak senaraikan dulu. Okay, the best thing that you can do is to list it out first. Okay, what are the advantages if the students take part in the computer class? And okay, aside from that, what are the disadvantages pula? Okay, apa pula disadvantages dia kalau if everyone to take the class? Okay, if everyone were to take the class, so what are the disadvantages? So awak tengok mana yang lebih banyak dalam senarai. So kalau kata awak nak proceed untuk buat karangan, awak pilihlah yang lebih banyak. Okay, maksudnya kalau lebih banyak advantages, that topic should be supported. Okay, tapi kalau lebih banyak disadvantages, that topic should be you should not support that topic lah. Tapi kalau awak decide untuk sokong juga, that is totally up to you lah. Okay, so that is the listing part, and then you also have to also try to write a paragraph, okay, of expressing your own opinion. Okay, use your idea from activity D. Okay, so try to do the idea. Okay, gunakan idea yang awak dah tulis tadi dekat advantages and disadvantages dekat D tu. Okay, so this is the question. Computer classes should be compulsory for all students in primary and secondary schools. Do you agree? Okay, so that is the topic. So use the advantages and disadvantages. Macam saya cakap tadi, pilih berdasarkan yang mana lebih banyak. Okay, kalau kata advantages lebih banyak, then sokonglah. Kalau disadvantages lebih banyak, if you can think of more disadvantages than the advantages, then you should probably tidak menyokong topik tersebut, kan? Betul tak? Cari mana yang lebih senang explain lah, senang cerita. Okay, so there are some tips here that you can follow to do this exercise. Okay, before you start writing a paragraph expressing your opinion, okay, read the writing task carefully and underline the keyword. Okay, think about the topic and all the advantages and the disadvantages, arguments for, arguments against. Okay, so fikir sebelum awak pilih, sebelum awak decide whether to sokong or tidak, you have to fikir dahulu. You have to think about it. Okay, yang mana lagi banyak? Is there a lot of advantages, or is there going to be more disadvantages? Okay, so think about it. Okay, choose 2 or 3 of them that you think are the most important and you have ideas to write about. Okay, so tadi advantages dengan disadvantages tu most likely ada lebih daripada 3. Okay, so if you choose to support the idea, okay, you choose to agree with the idea, then you have to take some of the advantages that you feel you can explain better. Okay, kalau awak boleh explain advantage tu, okay, point tu awak boleh explain, so awak masukkan dalam karangan awak. Okay, tadi tu peringkat permulaan, okay, peringkat planning. So now masuk dalam karangan, pilih point yang anda boleh explain lebih baik. Okay, if the point cannot be explained properly by yourself, then you should not put it in your essay. Okay, when writing, state your opinion in the first sentence. Develop the paragraph by clearly stating your supporting arguments. Provide any necessary or explanation or justification. If possible, give example to make your point clear. end the paragraph by rephrasing your opinion, making a general comment. Don't forget to use linking words, phrases, okay, to list points, add points, address contrast, express contrast, or give example and give your own opinion. Okay, so itu untuk menulis karangan tu. So when you are writing, you have to do all of this lah. Okay, pertama sekali awak kena sebut awak punya pandangan, your opinion, whether you choose to support or not supporting the topic. Okay, and then you have to develop the paragraph, okay, stating your supporting argument. So bagi inilah point-point dia, bagilah advantages tadi apa semua tu kan. Okay, and then you have to also explain and justify. Justify kenapa. Kenapa awak menyokong. Okay, kenapa awak menolak contohnya. Okay, if possible give example. Bagi contoh. Okay, and after that, okay, sebelum awak tutup perenggan tu, what you have to do is you rephrase your opinion. Nyatakan lagi sekali. Okay, so as for the conclusion, I believe that computer classes should be taken by everyone. Contohnya, okay, so itu point yang awak dah sebut yang first tadi, sebab because that is your stand. So penutup dia sebut lagi sekali apa yang awak dah sebut yang first tadi kan. Okay, don't forget to use linking words. Linking words macam yang saya sebutkan tadi itulah. Right, so give it a try. Okay, you're going to do it in this Google Form lesson. You just type a short paragraph using your mobile phone. Okay, and then submit the whole Google Form. Okay, so try to do it on your own. Okay, I hope you succeed. And if you have any question, you feel free to ask me. Right? Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.